Hey guys, and welcome to Mind Time. Today I want to go over how to set up a multi um, device network in Chia. This is going to be the NAS edition, which stands for Network Access Storage. What we're doing is we're going to have a machine that is plotting and then another machine that is running the full Chia GUI. And then we'll be access the plotting files over the network. Now, a bunch of people are going to comment and say I'm doing this wrong, and it's not the Chia way. And that's true. However, Chia's software is still pretty young, and it has some bugs. And the reason I'm doing this is because of bugs. And spending so much time in the support forums and with different groups of people trying to figure it out, and we can't, solve some of these issues. So then rather than waiting, we create a workaround that just works. And this seems to work very well, and I don't really see anything wrong with it either. So right now we're on a machine that is just plotting. If you want to see how to get to this point, make sure to watch the plotting rig tutorial. So this software is just creating plots, and if we go into the file manager, and we go to this external hard drive, we have one plot there currently, and it's working on producing additional ones. Now, what we want to do is from our full node running the full GUI, we want to be able to access this file. Now, going back a little, on this computer you could be running the GUI, but you'd be plotting and running a full node and a farmer and a harvester and a bunch of different things that is just extra stuff. It takes up additional network bandwidth, and it can confuse devices on your network if you have multiple full nodes. So I would really suggest just running a plotting software. Anyway, so back to this, what we're going to do is we want to make it so we can access these files from anywhere on our network. So I'm going to click on this external hard drive, right click, properties. Actually, let me go back. First, we're going to go to the network and sharing center. And we're going to go to all networks. And we're going to do turn on sharing so that anyone with network access can read and write files in public folders. Now you might be concerned, well, is everybody going to have access to everything? So people on your network could, if you shared everything, but you could just share the folders that these are in. So let's save those changes. Once you do that, you can right click on your folder properties and sharing. Now once you've done that, you can come into advanced sharing, share this folder, and then you need to go to permissions and change the permissions to allow full control. I'm going to apply that and hit OK. Then we can close that. At this point, if we switch over to another machine, we should be able to access that. And the way we'll do it is by using the IP address. And actually, let me switch back to the machine we were just on. And let me show you how to find your local IP address if you don't know how. You can go to command prompt and then type in ipconfig and hit enter. This is going to provide you with information about your network. As you can see, I have several different network devices on my PC, but there's a lot of information on one in particular, which is the Ethernet adapter, because mine is hardwired. If you go down to IPv4 address, I have 192.168.1.217, and that's what we're going to use to access this computer. So let's switch over to our next one. So this computer has nothing done to it. There's no Chia software running on it. First, we're going to go into File Explorer, and we're going to do //192.168.1.217, which is the IP address of the machine that we were just on. As you can see, we have the D folder shared, and I must have previously shared the user folder. So if we hit D, we can see we have one plot in there. So that's a quick way to be able to reference that you have properly set that up and you can access that. What I'm going to do is, let's see here. I'm going to save this to my favorites over here, and it'll make things a little easier later. And if you have multiple devices, you can do this for all of them. Okay. So now when we click on that, we have access to the other computer. Let's close that out. Now let's go ahead and install the Chia GUI. Unfortunately, since this is a brand new install of Windows, we have to wait for Microsoft Edge to do its thing. Thank you, Microsoft. I suggest switching to Chrome. All right, so we're going to go to chia.net. Maybe. And we're going to install Chia Blockchain, Windows, and we're going to download the latest version. All right, so now that that's downloaded and running, it brings up the Chia Blockchain software. There is a way to do this through command line, but today we're going to handle the GUI at least on our main computer's end. So if you don't have a current key, so if this is your first machine or you haven't set up Chia before, you're going to create a new private key. If not, you're going to do import from mnemonics, and you're going to enter in your 24 words from your previous machine, which I'm going to go ahead and do. All right, perfect. Once you've done that, you get to this next screen and you can hit Save to skip. It may take a moment to load, but once it does, it should be using the same wallet as your other machine. All right, perfect. So once we get to this point, you're going to notice that your syncing is currently 0 out of a very big number, and it will take quite a while to sync that. But there's many videos on that. That's not necessarily the purpose of today's video. So today's video, currently we have no plots. If you had plots on this machine, you could add a directory, and then you could add it. But I don't have any plots on this machine. We could, of course, go to add a plot and start creating plots, but that's also a whole nother video. So what we're going to do is add plot directory. And we're going to go to our favorites over here, the IP address that we created, and then the folder. We're going to select that plot directory. So now, whenever this Chia GUI is running, it's going to take into account this folder on this PC. And we're going to hit close. As you can see now, we have one plot here. Currently it's not farming because the system is still syncing. And you can see we have a plot size of 101 gigabytes. And if we go to the farm, you can see that here, and one plot count. So once our full node syncs, then the Chia network should begin to farm that plot. You can do this with as many machines as you want. To have one GUI cover the plots on many, many machines. This is just my way of going about this. Chia says to use a harvester on the machine with the plots and then a farmer on your main machine. And I've done this, and I've done it with some success, but a lot of failure. And it's very difficult. So this is my easy way of going about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe so then you can catch our next video. This has been Mind Time, and good luck.